consider natin dito is yung average monthly salary credit, credited years of service, gaano katagal naging member ni SSS, and kung meron kayong mga dependent child or children. Okay? So pagdating sa monthly pension, itong formula yung ginagamit natin, basis, no? So 300 plus 20% of your average monthly salary credit plus 2% of your average monthly salary credit multiplied by credited years of service in excess of 10 years or mismong 40% of your AMSC or minimum pension set by law and 1,000 if less than 10 years or credited years of service, 1, 2, pag at least 10, 2, 4, at least 20, plus yung additional 1,000 na benefit. Okay? Now, paano naman natin na-determine yung AMSC, yung average monthly salary credit? So, meron tayong dalawang way to determine your AMSC. And sa dalawang way na to, kung alin yung mas mataas na maibigay, no? Kung alin yung mas mataas, yun yung i-consider natin na AMSC. Una, consider natin yung last 5 years na contribution. So, isa-sum up natin, i-add up natin yung last 60 months na monthly salary credits ninyo and then we divide it by 60. That's your AMSC, your average monthly salary credit. Again, we sum up all 60 monthly salary credits, okay? Bago yung semester of contingency and then we divide it by 60. If it's less than or even more, no, another way to determine yung average monthly salary credit ninyo is to sum all of your monthly salary credits. Let's say, for example, meron kayong 45 months pa lang. Required lang naman natin is 36 no, to qualify for pension. So, gagawin natin dito, halimbawa 45 months, i-add up natin yung 45 months ng monthly salary credit and then we divide it by 45 then. Same count ng number of months na meron kayong posted. Okay? So, alin naman dito yung mas mataas, yun yung maging average monthly salary credit ninyo. So, that's how we determine your AMSC. Pag CYS naman, yung credited years of service, meron tayong A plus B plus C. Yung A, applicable para doon sa mga member, para sa mga claimants natin who've been a member of SSS bago pa mag 1985. So applicable lang to para sa mga naging member ni SSS bago mag 1985. Okay? So, ang ginagawa dito, halimbawa naging member ni SSS noong 1975. So for letter A, 1985 less 1975, yun yung CYS niya for letter A. Automatic yun. Kung ano yung difference, yun agad. Okay? For letter B naman, kung halimbawa naging member din kayo ni SSS from 1985 to 2001, letter B na yung mag-apply sa atin. No? So, hindi naman required na lahat ng letters na to applicable to us. It will depend din kung kailan tayo naging member ni SSS. Kung halimbawa naging member lang tayo between 1985 to 2001, okay? So, letter B na. Letter A will not be applicable to us anymore. So dito kailangan every calendar year between January to December from 1985 to 2001 para mabilang natin na 1 CYS, kailangan meron at least 6 months doon na contributions. Not necessarily consecutive din. Again, that's between January to December every year from 1985 to 2001. So kung halimbawa, 1985, between January to December, meron kang 7 months that will be counted as 1 CYS. Pero nung 1986, between January to December, meron ka lang 4 na buwan, will not be counting that one, will skip. We move on to the next year, 1987. 1987, merong 8 months that will be counted, so ganun and so on, hanggang mag 2001. Every year between January to December, between 1985 to 2001, kailangan meron doon at least 6 months. Hindi kailangan magkakatabi para mabilang siya as 1 CYS. Okay? Pag letter C naman, kung halimbawa naging member lang tayo ni SSS simula 2002, present. Dito, ang binibilang naman natin is per month, kumbaga. So every month, every 12 months na may ipon natin, kahit coming from different years, that would make 1 CYS na. Kung halimbawa, merong 6 nung 2002, between January to December, meron lang 6, so 6 months. Nung 2003, meron ding 6 months sa between January to December, hindi magkakatabi. So, sum lang natin yon. I-add lang natin. 6 plus 6, 12. So, kung i-divide din natin sa 12, that's 1. 1 CYS na. Every 12 months na may ipon natin, kahit galing sa ibang year, they would count as 1 CYS na din. Okay? So, yan. Those are the formulas, no? And pag lump sum naman, monthly pension is either dun sa minimum pension times the number of months dun sa contributions, kung ilang bilang yung contributions na nabayad ninyo bago yung semester of, sorry, retirement nakalagay, disability dito, and 12 times yung basic monthly pension provided by law. So, wala tayong sample computation actually, no? Kasi magdedepende pa rin, especially if it's partial, doon sa degree of disability na madidetermine ng doctors natin. Pero kung total disability yan, meron tayong benefit calculator dun sa ating website. You can check kasi same lang yung pag-compute niyan eh. Total disability pension, retirement, and death pension. Basta monthly pension, pare-pareho lang tayo ng formula na pagbabasihan. Okay? One difference ng disability, total disability pension or disability benefit natin kumpara sa retirement is ito. On top of your computed basic pension, meron pa tayong 500 pesos per month na supplemental allowance. Okay? Pagdating sa retirement. And every December, meron yan din 13-month pension. This is also available though for retirement and um, death benefit. So, merong 13-month pension. Every December, nadodoble yung basic pension ng ating disability pensioner. No? Tapos, itong dependence pension, this one is only available though if yung claim is total disability uh, benefit, permanent total disability. Kung permanent partial, hindi pa mag-a-apply itong pangatlo. No? Available lang to pag permanent total disability. So, kung halimbawa, upon occurrence of your disability, meron ka pang minor child. No? They will be minor child or children, they will be entitled 10% of the monthly pension or 250 pesos. Alin man yung mas mataas bawat isang bata. So, sino yung kinoconsider natin? So, kung halimbawa, ang natatanggap pong monthly pension is 10,000, so merong tigo 1,000, no? Na dun sa mga bata, okay? Or um, bawat isang bata, okay, mas mataas naman yung 1,000 kumpara sa 250. So, 1,000 bibigyan natin. So, either 10% of the monthly pension or 250 pesos, whichever is higher. Now, sila sino ba? I-consider natin dependence pension, no? Those that are below 21 years old, okay? Whether legitimated, legally adopted, and illegitimate children. Basta hindi pa nakapag-asawa, hindi pa gainfully employed, pwede sila makonsider as our dependent minor child or children. Pero, may mga instances, no, kung halimbawa, yung anak is physically and mentally incapacitated and of self-support, kahit lumagpas sila ng 21 years old, tuloy pa rin. Kasi, kung hindi siya, walang special needs, no, kumbaga, pagdating ng 21, automatic stop na yung pension nun eh. Pero kung yung bata, while still a minor, yun nga, physically and mentally incapacitated of self-support, kahit lang magpass sila ng 21 years old, tuloy pa rin yung kanilang magiging dependence pension. Kasi nga, nakadepende sila dun sa ating member pensioner na din. Kaya hindi mapuputol para dun sa may mga special needs natin na mga anak. Okay? Now, ilang minor children ba yung pwede natin i-consider? 5 lang. Okay? Simula sa pinakabata. So, kung meron kayong 7 na minor children, for example, 5 lang i-consider natin. And yung una nating ipangpupuno dun sa slot is yung pinakabata, yung pinakamatagal mag-21. Kasi ideally, parang siya yung pinaka-dependent. Kasi siya pa yung pinakabata. So, una nating count is yung youngest. Okay, and 5 lang and wala tayong substitution. So let's say for example, meron ng isa na nag-21 tapos nagkaroon pa ulit ng isa pang minor. So hindi natin pwedeng pampuno yung late na pinanganak, okay? Doon sa nag-21 na dependent child natin. Kasi kung sino yung ma-determine natin na minor children, dependent minor children, upon occurrence of the disability, sila na po yun, 5 max. Okay? Kung halimbawa, meron tayong collective no na sets of minor children. Meron tayong legitimate, legitimated, legally adopted, or illegitimate, no? Ang mangyayari, preferred kasi natin na ipangpuno sa slots yung legitimate, legitimated, or legally adopted. Okay? Kung halimbawa less than 5, yung meron lang tatlo na legitimate, tapos meron lang tatlo din sa illegitimate. So yung tatlo, bibigay natin sa legitimate, tapos kukuha tayo ng dalawa, starting from the youngest, doon sa illegitimate child. Pero, kung merong 5 na halimbawa, na legitimate, tapos meron pang dalawang illegitimate, preferred natin na ipangpuno sa 5 na slots yung legitimate, legitimated, or legally adopted na child or children. Okay? Preferred natin sila pang puno ng slot. So, nangyayari, madalas pumapasok yung illegitimate pag hindi kayang punuin ng slot yung yung slots for dependent child nung legitimate, legitimated, or legally adopted. Okay? Kailan mag-stop yung matatanggap na pension pag nagpakasal, nag-enter into a common relationship ng 18 years old na, okay? Nagkaroon ng trabaho, gainfully employed, okay? Reaching the age of 21 unless congenitally incapacitated or nakarecover from disability of incapacitated child or children or death. So nag-stop generally pag nag-21, nakapag-asawa, nakapagtrabaho, or mamatay, whichever comes first. Okay?